do I have to say to keep you by my side? How to start in a liquefy? Need you here to tell me that I'll be okay.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Deborah, or Deb, or Debbie, or Deborah. You can call me whatever floats your boat, as long as it kind of sounds like my actual name. And I make YouTube videos. And so for today's video, I thought I'd sit down and kind of share with you guys my favorite, well, not my favorite, just kind of share with you guys some zero waste or low waste or sustainable swaps that I've made in my day-to-day life and that I think are working out fairly well for me. So at the start of the new year, one of my goals was to produce less waste moving forward, and just to be overall mindful of my consumption and my purchases and just the way I live my life. So just by having more sustainable lifestyle. I'm in no way perfect. I don't even think I'm close to being zero waste or low waste. I am just more mindful of the kind of things that I introduce into my life, and so therefore I've been able to make certain swaps in my own personal lifestyle. Now I feel like I don't need to in this video talk about the impact that waste is having on our planet. You can simply do a quick Google search and you'll probably find better resources that, you know, can explain the situation much better, or in a better way than I can. So I'll just let you do that research yourself. But there is undoubtedly a waste problem in our on our planet right now, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And I feel that as individuals, we have a personal responsibility, at least to just be more mindful of the way we consume stuff, and to just make changes here and there, no matter how little, that will in the long run help the planet. I don't think it is possible for one person to be able to, you know, make all the necessary changes that will help the planet overall. But I think that if we as a collective made small changes here and there in our lifestyles, that would lead to a bigger impact on our planet. So there. And then another thing I'm going to quickly talk about, another disclaimer I'm going to quickly talk about, is I understand that the zero waste, low waste sustainability movement is almost sort of elitist, in the sense that you have to be really somewhat financially stable to be able to afford some of these sustainable swaps, because making an item more sustainable is invariably more expensive than its less sustainable counterpart, and so purchasing the item is going to cost a lot more, essentially. And I understand that some people, due to their financial situations, are not poised to make such changes, and that's completely okay. You don't need to break the bank just because you're trying to save the planet. I believe that there are other cheaper ways that you can make an impact in your personal life that would still end up doing some good. Essentially what I'm saying is you don't have to buy into the current trend. I believe it is, sustainability has become a trend, but anyway, the current trend that is sustainability, by, you know, switching to going out and buying mason jars, or what else is there? I don't know. And then another disclaimer is that as I'm showing these swaps, I don't expect you, in fact, don't go out and buy the more sustainable item if you currently have the less sustainable counterpart that's still working well for you. If it's still working well for you, absolutely go ahead and use it till it reaches its end of its life cycle with you, or till you feel it's no longer useful, and then at that point you can go ahead and switch to the more sustainable counterpart, because it makes no sense to buy a more sustainable product if you already have the less sustainable product that's still working out well for you. It kind of defeats the entire purpose of the sustainability / zero waste / low waste movement. So that's it for the long introduction. Let's just jump right into the video. So the first sustainable swap that I have to talk about is probably one that you're already doing, or the more accessible one, in which is to switch to a reusable water bottle. So I've been using a reusable water bottle for as long as I can remember. I think even like from when I was a kid. One, because I drink a lot of water throughout the day. I tend to get thirsty, and having a reusable water that I can just fill with water is just more accessible than, you know, buying bottled water. And two, I cannot be gassed to spend that much money on bottled water. Bottled water is expensive. It's like $5 a bottle. Like, who has time for that? So no, yeah, it's a lot cheaper for me to just refill my water bottle than spending money on bottled water. So yeah, like I said, it's probably something that you're already doing in your life, and if you're not, maybe consider doing it, because even though you might have to pay an upfront sum in terms of buying the water bottle, I feel like in the long run it would essentially pay for itself if you're the kind of person that tends to buy bottled water anyway. So that's one. Second thing I have begun doing, no, I've actually always done this, I think for a couple of years now, is going to the grocery store with reusable grocery bags. Now, the reason why I actually got into this was because back before I had a car, it was just much easier for me to carry 2 bags of groceries rather than 3, 4, 5 plastic bags of groceries onto the bus in that spiel. And it's just a habit that I've kept up with. Plus, if you live in Canada, I don't know how it is for the States, but if you live in Canada, well, I know in my city, you do pay like 5 cents or something like that per bag, depending on what grocery store you go to. So it ends up costing you money anyway, so I just find it's cheaper and better for the environment for me to go shopping with my reusable bag. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect and I always go to the store with my reusable bag, because sometimes I just stop by the store on a whim and I don't have that bag with me. But now I'm trying to make it a habit to have the bag, have one canvas bag in my car, in my trunk, and then just pull it out if I feel like I need to make an emergency stop at the grocery store. And then another thing that I introduced kind of grocery shopping wise this year, actually, or was it last year? No, I think it was this year. I think it was last year. Anyway, the point is I purchased a set of reusable produce bags. I got this off of Amazon, and honestly it's not like the best bag, because if I remember well, it did come in like a plastic bag. It did come shipped to me in like a plastic bag, so that kind of defeated the idea of like the zero waste. And then like the tie on the bag is made of plastic, so I definitely found that using that in place of the bags just helps reduce my plastic waste in terms of grocery shopping. And another thing that I've been doing, now we're just kind of going to move on into like the personal care side, is using bamboo rounds as like a makeup remover. I got this one off of Amazon as well, and it comes in like this kind of like cloth bag that you can put the dirty rounds in and throw in the washing machine, and you just kind of wash it with your laundry. And I actually really like it. It's nice and soft and it doesn't feel coarse or weird on my face. Before that, I was using like just towels, cut up towels, and I found that it was a little too harsh on my face, so I just kind of decided to switch to bamboo cotton rounds or bamboo rounds or whatever the hell they're called. Another thing that I've been using in terms of personal care is reusable Q-tips. I know that kind of sounds kind of weird, but you can get these online for fairly cheap. I got mine from Amazon. Yeah, it essentially works the way a Q-tip does. My only fault that I have with it is like the tip is made of like some kind of, it's not like an absorbent material like a Q-tip is, and so it might be hard to, you know, clean your ears or whatever with it. But I guess the upside to that is you can just clean out the Q-tip whenever you're done using it, so that's what makes it reusable. I'm still going to be on the hunt to see if I can find a better alternative to that, but for now it's been working out pretty well for me. And then another change that I made is in terms of dental hygiene. I switched to a bamboo toothbrush. I picked this up from my local kind of like health food store, and I've actually really been enjoying the bamboo toothbrush. I've had it for, I want to say, a few months now. It's been working out well for me. I think the bristles are starting to just kind of wear out a little, but I'm gonna try and use it for a couple more months, hopefully, fingers crossed that I can use it for that long. But honestly, it's been pretty good, and it doesn't feel any different than using a regular plastic toothbrush. And the final change that I've made in my hygiene personal care routine, which is probably the one that has saved me the most money till now, is switching from conventional plastic razors to a safety razor. This safety razor I picked up on Amazon. I shop on Amazon a lot, and I know that people are kind of weird about Amazon, but it's right now what works for me. Anyway, I picked up the safety razor on Amazon, and it came with the razor itself and 2 packs of blades. So you essentially just use the razor like you would a normal razor. I don't shave my legs. The only parts of my body that I shave are my armpits and my mustache and sometimes my face. So I don't shave my legs or my arms or anything like that, so I can't say or testify to how good it works for the rest of your body, but I'm sure it works just as fine. So yeah, you use the razor like you would normally use a razor, and once you feel like it's time to change out the blade, you change it out and, you know, put in a new blade. The great thing is the blades can be recycled as well. You just need to make sure that you're storing them properly and kind of collecting them until you have a good enough storage to recycle. And the final switch that I made is back into like my kitchen, is kind of repurposing old jars. So, you know, sauce jars, any kind of jar that, you know, food would normally come in. I just wash them out, take out the label, and use them for whatever I need to use them for. Food storage. I store a lot of my bulk pantry items in these jars that I've repurposed, and I store food in them, and it's just a great way to reuse and upcycle your food containers and such, your condiment containers and such, instead of going out and buying mason jars or whatever. I mean, I know they're not the most aesthetically pleasing, but they make a lot of sense and they save you a lot of money, so why the heck not? But yeah, so those are the swaps that I've made so far. Hopefully this video gave you some ideas on how you can start making, you know, certain changes in your life. Again, I'm not here to say you have to do this or this is how it should be done. I do understand that in every situation there are certain realities, and sometimes it's just not feasible for you to go with the more sustainable option, quotes. And that's completely fine. I think right now an awareness of the fact that changes need to be made is even a step in the right direction. But yeah, so I hope this has encouraged you nonetheless to probably look into the waste problem that we're currently facing on this planet, and things you can do to, you know, help better the planet in your own way. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to share. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. Again, I'm really truly grateful for you guys for sticking to the end of this video and your continuous love and support on this channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time in the video. Bye.